We have with us Mr. Devesh Sachdev waiting by. He's the Managing Director and CEO at Fusion Microfinance to talk to us about their earnings. Hi Devesh, thank you so much for making time and speaking with us. Well, your AUM is very close to that 10,000 crore mark. The disbursements have been healthy between that 2,000 to 2,500 crore range. Given all of this, what kind of growth are you envisaging in this year?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me here. So I think broadly, if I can talk about this quarter, I think there are 4-5 major highlights of this quarter. One is that we are off to a very good start. If you could see that our disbursements in this quarter are more or less equal to the last quarter and more than the Q3. So we have always been talking about a consistent growth, which is visible that we have done a consistent growth even in the first quarter. Second is that our orientation to add new customers, we added 1.1 lakh new customers this year, this quarter. This is another highlight. The profitability, you see, in the last Q1 financial year 2023, we made 75 crore of profit. This quarter, we have made 120 crore of profit. That's another highlight. And then, our NIMs, we have always guided that the NIM will get expanded. Now the expansion is continuing, and we believe that this will stabilize later, sometime later this year. But it is now 10.89. Our net NPA is down. I think these are, in my view, are the major highlights for this quarter. As far as the growth momentum is concerned, I think we are very well diversified. We are present in 20 states, looking to open now this quarter,
Sure.
2 more states. We added 17 branches in this quarter. We are going to add another 40 to 50 branches in this quarter.
Sure.
New quarter. So I think we are seeing a good momentum, and let me tell you, we will be very measured, and there is a lot of buoyancy in the sector today. But we always have been very calibrated as a company. So whatever the growth the sector is showing, we will be either more or equal to that. I think that's what our guidance is around the growth.
Calibrated growth coming in, but I just wanted to scratch that point further when you said that NIMs are likely to stabilize towards the end of the year. Where will they stabilize?
Yeah, it is right now, if you see, it is 10.89. The NIMs will move to around 11.2 to 11.4 is where I think we would like the NIM to maintain. I think that's where it will, because what happened was that after the pricing deregulation in the March 2022, the new pricing we implemented from May, the asset stays around 17 or 18 months on our book. So the churning is happening. The churning will be complete in the next 2 quarters, and that's why you will see that whatever rate we have changed, that impact will be fully visible in the next 2 quarters.
Right, this is Vinny joining in the conversation as well. And what I also want to understand is in terms of your non-performing assets. Now, currently, when you look at it, they've been rock solid, but there are a lot of regions in India which are hit by floods and all. What are the kinds of slippages that you may be witnessing, that you're expecting to witness? What will be the impact on that credit cost? Any concerns on that front?
There is no major concern around this, let me tell you, because if you also see that we were the first company in the sector to make management overlay, create extra buffers. We have now around 57 to 58 crore of extra buffer. Even this quarter, we have added to the extra buffer. The whole idea of building this extra buffer in good quarters is that whenever there is any pressure on the credit cost, we can dig into these buffers and insulate the balance sheet to some certain extent. You are right. There are certain parts of India, especially northern India, which have seen floods after many years. There is some kind of lag in the collection in some of these states, but we have seen consistent every year floods in Bihar and Odisha and other parts of India, and we deal with them. We work with the customer. A lot of work through our CSR program is activated. A lot of relief work we have done. We work organically with the customer, and the customers then come back. We are well entrenched in some of these geographies. So there is no worry. I don't see there is any worry. As far as the clear guidance about the credit cost, I think what we said last evening also in our earnings call, that we'll give a clear guidance after this quarter. I think that's what I would like to say on this point.
One more point, what a lot of your peers are also highlighting is that the MSME side of the loans or the small business side of the loans is where that growth is actually coming in from. You are mainly in that business. Would you concur with that? And, that growth that they are highlighting, whether you talk to any of these NBFCs, what is it that then we could expect from the company? What is the strong growth that you are expecting to achieve in the next couple of years?
Yeah. No, we have been showing a good growth. You see, even if you compare from the last year. So yes, there is a lot of exuberance and overall growth momentum. But I will also say that in this momentum, one has to be clearly more increased focus on your processes, your risk management, your human capital. That's what we are doing, so that we are able to sustain these metrics. So and we are present now in 20 states. We are adding 2 more states, Andhra and Telangana, after the Telangana High Court verdict last year. So we have, as I mentioned, 17 new branches. We had, this year we are going to add close to 150, more than 150 branches. So I see definitely a scope, and overall our teams are oriented towards it. Network, all this will help us, and our processes, our digital capabilities will help us to grow in a sustainable manner.
On that optimistic note, we'll let you go. Appreciate you joining us on the show. Just